Welcome to Borderlands 2, the best of the Borderlands games. The number one, I think that
How you doing with that job I sent you on?
let's do some gamba. Gamba! Play the slots! Okay, good job. Borderlands 2 is probably the most successful. I think that's kind of the... Borderlands 3 sold alright, but Borderlands 2 was the game that really set the franchise to new heights. Yeah, Zed. All the main characters from Borderlands 1 became important. Oh, the playable mercenaries became important characters in the story. And this is the hub area. So I kind of don't want to spoil the game, but maybe I need to. We're talking about it. So this is the resistance base. I'm gonna close this door. Run by...
Have you completed your task yet?
Ugh. There's some... That's nice. Run by Roland. So he's running a resistance against the overlord of the planet, Handsome Jack. So he... And you spend the entire game fighting against Handsome Jack. And he's the villain. And it's one of the best... Well, it's the best villain in the whole... the whole Borderlands series, to be honest. See, look.
How's that mission going?
In a good spot here. Okay. Alright, and it's sort of... No, not sort of. 6 characters, 2 from DLC, and now whenever you buy it, you've got, like, everything. So, it's the biggest... Well, yeah, it's the biggest Borderlands game. I mean, you could argue the Borderlands 3 has more areas, but I think maybe not. Let's go back to the very beginning. Alright, so you, as an aspiring adventurer, looking for treasure, ambushed by Handsome Jack, and then you join the resistance in fighting against him. So you start off in the snow, work your way through the snow, and you go to Three Arms Valley, end up in joining the resistance to fight against Handsome Jack. Get the same cars and all that stuff from Borderlands 1. A couple of new cars. Then we work our way to the dust. And for a Borderlands game, it has the best... It actually has a good story. So I think the others sort of let it down, the series, to be honest.
Me. Got a fun little project for you.
Okay, that's Ellie.
How do you feel about gang wars? The Hodunks and the Zephyrs have been having a half-assed feud for years, and I've been thinking the world might be a teensy-weensy bit better if all of them were dead. Or at least one. Grab those explosives and the clan emblems. The emblems are back in the junkyard.
Alright. And so you have your colourful characters, plenty of side quests, all the same sort of stuff as the first game. Just more of it. And more varied environments, more colour. With the enemy. And the gunplay's improved. And then they really just stick with Borderlands 2's gunplay for the rest of the series, to be honest. They don't do too much crazy stuff. They add a slide function, which you can't do in this. I want to go to Overlook. I'm sort of giving you a little bit of a tour of the world, just because, again, it is an older game, so the graphics aren't what they are in the most recent one. So this is kind of the nitpicky point if, whenever you suggest older games, is that they don't look as good as newer games, and that's just totally normal. Oh, I should go to daytime. It's such a beautiful place at daytime. You have the various elements. You have slag as the new element, so it makes enemies more vulnerable. Alright, let's go to... Caustic Caverns is nice. So you have change in the some of the areas. So the hub world does move. So your hub area is this special town, and it does move later on. So I don't want to spoil it because it's one of my favorite parts of the game. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. One of the best moments. Let's have a look here for a second. So the hub thing was there, and then it's gone. Oh.
Beautiful misery.
So yeah, the guy I'm playing as, he has a very deep backstory. Alright. So you have numerous environments, stacks and stacks of side quests. And then you've got a whole bunch of DLC, which comes with the game. So we have Tiny Tina's D&D. So it's basically a smaller version of what we got with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So this is the, why Tiny Tina's Wonderlands even came out. Which is really good. So all the DLC is really good. And so you got the Hunter's Grotto. So this is a Hammerlock's mission thing where you just hunt big monsters. And again, totally different environment. Oh, I'll move over here so you can see. Alright. So it's a huge amount of content. The best story of the entire series. I think there's no question of that. The best characters, because it's the mercenaries from the first game, and they're all brought to life with good character development. I mean, Brick, you can say what you want about the big brute guy. He doesn't get that much character development, but it is what it is. So we got the racetrack, and it's the Talks arena, and he heals a lot. So you got numerous memorable characters, all with lots of DLC, lots of content, lots and lots and lots of content. What is in Forge? There you go. The Forge. And it has, what Borderlands is known for. The quality gameplay. All the same, all the stuff you know. If you never played the DLCs, they're all really good. I don't want to... One of the things you can do that I always did, which is I get to like level 14, and then I would go to the DLCs, and then you can get a whole bunch of expensive weapons and just get a heap of cash from it. Or just level up through the DLCs, so you don't even do... So you just over level for some of the early parts of the story, and then it catches up. There is a level balancing. How good does that look? So there's like a desert, and you can use like a boat. And there's a really weird guy who's your friend. Very strange fellow. I might go... Yeah, let's see if he's there. So they're all distinct, different biomes, and I think that's the strength of the game, is the colour and the environments is really distinct from each other. So again, it is an older game, so the graphics aren't, Oh wait, that's... I can't know what that is. Okay. Let's go to... This one's a more enclosed area. So it does have, different biomes, so it's just the most in the zone. Okay, I won't go into detail about that area, but it's interesting. Let's go Wambam Island. This is one of my favourite areas. Is it Wambam Island, or is it the... Yeah, this is Wambam. Yeah, this is my favorite area. So it's like a pirate-themed adventure. So I do want to warn you though, if you go to some of the DLCs early and you haven't finished the game through, they will spoil the story for you. So this is something I would have loved people to mention when I first played, because I did play through the story and then had the DLCs, but it's still affronting when other people come and play and they go, "Oh, what's this game?" and you go, "Oh yeah," and then it just spoils the story with dialogue right at the start of some of the DLCs. It's like, oh, thanks for that. Gluttony Gulch. So there's stacks of different missions, stacks of bosses. Always, I suppose, boss variety's a big part of the game, and there's lots of distinct bosses. Again, they're nothing too crazy in terms of your, you just got to shoot them for the most part. Electricity works well against shields, fire against flesh. Explosions is an all-around sort of good ability. This is Digistruct Peak. This is like a repeatable mission. So it's like reliving the past. Well, it's really just like a challenge type situation. So I'm just rambling on a little bit, but it's because there's so much in the game, and I don't want to spoil it. It's like, ooh. Alright, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back. Yes, it's in the air. I didn't want to spoil it, but it is what it is. What else is there? So this is again, why is the story the best? Because it actually has a, ups and downs, and actually goes through. Oh, where is it? There it is.
What are you buying here? Out of my face! Out of my face!
Oh, I'll go over meet some of the characters and just run around for a second as I talk. It has plenty of weapons. I feel like it's kind of the peak of the Borderlands series, and since then it's kind of gone, you had pre-sequel, which was alright, and then you had...
Much as I enjoy paying you to kill stuff, I can't think of anything I want to hit.
Damn.
This one just has the best characters and the best story.
I got nothing. No new missions. Sorry, I got nothing.
It's got nothing. Woo. And you got the online multiplayer, split screen co-op.
How goes the job, wafer pants? Hey, remember that thing I asked you to do? How you still going on? How's it going?
So I highly recommend Borderlands 2. It's one of my favorite. One of the big parts. We got the same menu stuff, all the consistent stuff. We have the relic thing, all that sort of stuff. We had the good skill trees, all that sort of stuff. All the same consistent things through the whole series. Really is. We got the badass ranks. So that they weren't shared between the two games. That's crazy. Badass ranks. This is when I think this is the best incentive for creating multiple characters, is the badass rank system. So on each character you start, it starts fresh. So you can work your way up and get a whole bunch of points, and then you can upgrade a bunch of skills. A bunch of just stat increases, which do matter in the long run. And I really like it. It's something that I think that the other games they don't do as well, is the interconnected character buffs. I think are really important, especially with this particular game. There's 6 different characters you can play as.
Spending all that money on little old me? I'm flattered.
do some gamba. There you go. Slag weapon. Alright, let's travel over here. Yeah, I have turned the music off, so otherwise there is a nice sort of musical thing over the top. And oh, let's go somewhere nice. Somewhere nice. Did we go to Hyperion Bridge? I do want to go into Hyperion real quick, because that's a totally different sort of environment. Okay, let's get the car. Yeah, I'm going over there. See if I can even go over there. What mission am I up to? So we have the Bandit Technical, which is a new vehicle. Alright, so let's just see if I opened it up or not. No, I haven't. Oh, I have. Okay, this is opportunity. So much of the game is, you know, the fact that the villain, Handsome Jack, actually is a villain that actually is memorable. So this is a whole city, like, dedicated to him. And he's, like, built statues of himself all over the place, and he's got his whole legion of robot army. Robot army. Okay. Oh my gosh, hit a shot.
You're nothing! Never stop the killing! Never!
Where the heck are they? Oh, they're up there. Ah. So the level always scales with the enemies. I mean, early on you can sort of jump it with the DLC, but it does readjust. So there is, you know, no matter how much you play the game, the enemies will always be challenging. Unless, you know, you got the best, you know, gun you can get, but
There's no fence on this fence! Keep the blood pouring!
God damn it. Get over here. So you have armor, which is weak to... That's it. Oh, not that one. Why am I on fire? What is going on? And you got the second one in. Oh, I forgot I turned myself on fire. This whole build is around him turning himself on fire. Ugh, so weird. So weird. But yeah, so the combat is, you know, iconic Borderlands combat. So whether you like that or not is, you know, that's a big part of whether you like the series. And if you really enjoyed it.
No, help me, I'm bleeding internally and need to see a doctor in team.
So there's a lot of dialogue of Jack, Handsome Jack, saying mean things and taunting the player and... Oh. Oh, I'm well leveled up for these guys.
Never interrupt me!
I should... Yeah, that's 24. Why am I getting killed when I'm way higher level than this dude? Come on.
Yes!
So yeah, you can overlevel, and then later on it catches up. Okay, we gotta get out of here. I feel like the story direction in this game is just massively better than the other games. You do feel the flow, you do feel progression, you do feel you get stronger, you do feel you explore the world and things happen in the world of consequence. Things happen to characters of consequence. And it doesn't feel like totally unnatural. So it doesn't just sort of strike you as odd. It's kind of like, oh my goodness. And you care about the characters, something that, you know, you could argue a bit about. Borderlands 1 and 3. You could argue, and pre-sequel as well, whether or not you actually care about the characters. I feel like this is the game where I felt the most immersed in the world. Oh, I'm on fire again. And I like how the robots come from the sky. Actually, like, go, smash into the ground. I just wish it was daytime. Come on, the city looks so good during the day. Come on. There's no, you can't change the time of day, so that's one of the things that does. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, I don't want to spoil, but I don't want to undersell, and it's kind of like that mix between here. Alright, Moxie's in multiple places at once.
You finished with that little something something I asked you about?
God, no, what mission? So yeah, this is all part of the Handsome collection, so you do have pre-sequel plus... Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, the special currency that you can get in the arena. So there is an arena as well. What have we got here? Oh, I use tokens for these. That's what it is. Actually, wait, I'll fast travel, But yeah, I think there's a tremendous amount of content. And I'm hoping that you still have your, you know, you start off with crap guns and work your way up sort of thing, but let's go to... Oh, that beat down, I remember now. Oh, it's like a little city. Let's go to... I want to go to... Lost Yards, Washburn Refinery. There we go. This is a nice theme location. So we do have the Halloween location. We've got a couple smaller zones, but they're not small, but they're just smaller. Where we've got the Halloween, we've got a... If I can remember the name of it. Rainbow Island. Where is it though? We've got Distillery. Oh, yep. So we've got the Irish theme. So we've got holiday themed zones. I'm trying to remember. Here we go. So it must mean the first one is the... So in this one, you're helping with a marriage that is, and also like a refinery and all sorts. So I'll just have a quick look over the ledge so you can have a look. Yeah, so it's a. Everyone's got the Irish accents. Da-da, da-da, da-da. So it's St. Patrick's Day for you. Your movement speed is quite slow. That's probably one of the things that they still could do a bit more. I suppose that's why pre-sequel is good. Let's go Master Mercenary Shop. Yeah, so that's one of the things about Borderlands really, is that it's never been crazy on movement. So you may have, you know, jumping and that's about pretty much it. You know, you don't get much more than that. So this is the Christmas theme zone. So let me just get out of the cave. Let's show you. I'm going to show you the town real quick. So let's go to the town. There are plenty of unique enemies. The bullymongs and the dogs, the skags from the first game. They live on, living strong, and lots of elemental variations of enemies and your typical grunts and all that sort of stuff. And then with this one, all the robots.
Yay! My mercenary day gift last year was rickets. Yay!
So we had like a whole Christmas story, and we fight Jack Frost. Yes, I spoiled it. I said Jack Frost. Tiny snowman we fight. A very small snowman. It's a final boss. Okay, it's not small. But you run a train. So this is a little village with all the little people. I mean, huge people.
He wanted me to sing my heart out, so I snatched it from his chest. Play the song!
Hope I don't get copyright claimed.
Faster! Get to the bridge, or I'll throw you screaming off of it! The murder music commences. This is a song from my mummy mom, singing hummy hum till you're in my tum. 3 swinging midge, all in my fridge. Teeth are rattle tatin', nice and shakin', shakin'. Soon my nasal spray will be 3 midgy fillets, warming up my tummy just like my mummy. Hello, who are you today, tonight? Do you think my face looks alright in this light? Sometimes I think maybe I should drink, but then I feel a sudden that maybe I should summon someone to feed me that will never leave me. But then I'll be not who I say is me. But then a little bee said to me, it's better to transcend reality. So though I may be very senseless, I can keenly see great immenses. Doodle doodle, all the noodles come to play with me. Thank you.
That was quite delightful. So there is plenty of charm in the game, and you have all the iconic characters being themselves and being amusing in their own ways. And they're all memorable. Like, I remember the St. Patrick's Day, the wedding at the end, and all this funny stuff that happens with that. So, boy Marcus.
Hey, don't tell anyone about that time I gave you a gun for free.
So you got all the iconic people, you know, at their peak. So let's go to... Just have a little bit of variation. So I feel like, you know, this is It is peak Borderlands. And I don't know if they can recapture how special this one was. For me, really. This is such a special game for me. I played it with my older brother, and we, went through the whole thing together. So it was just pretty goddamn epic. We played it so much, split screen, on the same console.
I feel a frenzy!
Oh, I'm doing the thing where I've gone far.
No, don't do it! Open your veins!
Oh, now we get the big boys. Even though I'm, much higher level. So yeah, it's such a memorable game for me, and I do recommend the collection. The Borderlands Handsome Collection with Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel is just tremendous value, and it's so cheap now. Like, it's way cheaper than it ever was. Games only ever get cheaper, so it's one of the things we do. Let's go back to my favorite players, Member Mullen. And games always get cheaper. It's just like you just wait and then you win. Yeah, so what am I going to give this out of 10? 9 out of 10. And that has a lot to do with, sentiment and, that's a big fish. And, growing up playing this game and how much it means to me, really. It's just the greatest Borderlands game, and there's really I don't think there's any argument. You can't, maybe if you never played it and all you played was Borderlands 3, you could think that was good.
I swallowed your soul!
And there's so much depth to the characters. Like, in particular, this character I'm playing as, Krieger. He's a very interesting character. He looks like he's just a normal, typical bandit, but he's a normal person that became a bandit and, documented his transformation. So it's something of it's quite sad, honestly, his story. And he's just a DLC character. So, but it's so good that really, you have Lilith and so much character building for her and Roland and and Bloodwing. Actually, I'll just leave it. No, where's a good spot? Yeah. Just thinking about where do I carry this? Let's just go back to base. So yeah, 9 out of 10. The best Borderlands game. Any flaws is really just about. Maybe just. What are the flaws? Probably just a victim of the time it was released. That the graphics and all those things could be a lot better, and that's all just if they remastered it or remade it for PlayStation 5, it'd be crazy. I mean, it is a PlayStation 3 game. PlayStation 3 game, so.
Haven't found anything good.
Um,
My weapon machine will fix that for you.
let's see, I just want to check something. Inspect. So thinking about what they've added to Borderlands 3, it's just gun customization and stuff like that. It's really different. But it's just the quintessential iconic Borderlands game. And if you never played it, I highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, you see me run around and there's not been too much action. But when you start from the start and you do the quests. You know, when you're doing quests, you always get sort of...
How you doing with that job I sent you on?
Tip! Give her all your money!
You remind me of my last boyfriend. Think you met him. Name of Jack. Real charmer at first. Always opening doors for me, telling me I'm beautiful. Shooting anyone in the face.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, we went out. Alright, give her all the money. Everything we got.
How generous of you. Here, this is my favorite gun. You'll understand when you use it.
It's a bit low level. Oh well.
Praise be to the Most
Do. Yeah, so I'm pretty much done. I can't think of anything else to say. Oh, no, I can. It's just... I just love the story. I love the way you move around the world. And it makes sense. Somewhat sense. And you discover the characters as you progress. I like the way they're introduced. And that they, do have their own impact on the story. They're not just introduced and then, ignored.
Still working on that mission?
Oh, let's get a good shot. There we go.
Any updates on that mission?
Oh, there's Lilith.
Still working on that job? How goes the mission? Still working on that job?
Yeah, I really, I love the game, It's close to my heart. I wonder if anyone else shares that sentiment, or they got a totally different opinion. I'd like to do a deep dive in the story, but I don't want to spoil. I don't want other people to play. So it is still available on PlayStation Store. It's very cheap. Come out here. Very, 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 very good. If you played Borderlands 3 and you haven't played Borderlands 2, say you're a younger viewer, I do highly recommend playing Borderlands 2.
How's it going?
Yeah, and you got the good variation in characters. I suppose I didn't talk about it. The unique skills for each characters are wildly different. So you have the Gunzerker who has the dual wields whatever you got, so you can dual wield rocket launchers. And you got a Siren character who's got the magic stuff. And then you got the Commando, he has the turret. And you got the assassin dude, Zero, who can go invisible. Ooh. And the Necromancer, so you summon a robot. Yeah. So yeah, I just cannot recommend it enough.
Have you completed your task yet?
Oh my god, they do bang on about you doing your jobs though, I tell you that.
You gotta take Jack's face off.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Harmless now, it's daytime. And it looks sick. Overlook. So I've taken you on a tour of Borderlands 2, see the sights, See their art style. Oh, goodness me. So there are end game areas I haven't showed you yet, which is fine. I want to keep some sort of stuff held back so you have something to look forward to if you do play the game yourself. So you better go, ooh, what's this? I can't think of any place to go. But yeah. So this video is probably way too long, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Why is that so loud? Oh my gosh. Let's get out of here somewhere quiet. Yeah, it just had to be done. Back to Rainbow Island. Alright. I highly recommend the game. I've been banging on and on about it. I just hope that sort of translate to how much I actually, care. Oh, there's no... I don't think there's any mantling. That's one of the things they added in Borderlands 3 that was good. Mantling and sliding. I'll, do those two. So yeah. Oh, let's just go back to the menu. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, there's been Borderlands 2. And the whole Borderlands Handsome collection. Highly, highly recommend. Borderlands 2. 9 out of 10. And yeah, play the damn game. Yes, this is what Krieger looks like. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah. This has been Frosted Fire 10, rambling on and on about Borderlands 2 without spoiling it. It's kind of like... But yeah. That's how much I respect the game. I cannot spoil it. Cannot. Yeah. I'll see you all in another video at another time. I could try matchmaking real quick. Oh wait, that's match browser. Yeah, let's just check for games real quick. Okay, there is a game. So there are still people playing it online. I'm sure you can look up communities and things and play together. They're probably playing Borderlands 3 or Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's probably where the community is at the minute. But you never know. People love to play good quality games, regardless of the age and how old they are and when they came out. So I'll see you. First of all, 10. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Oh, what was that behind me? Yeah. So there it is. Why did the toilet just... Okay. So yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Hope your gaming experiences are all positive. And I hope you're pretty chill. Thank you for watching this very chill review. Very calm review. Of a game I love. 9 out of 10. Borderlands 2. It's wonderful. I shall see you all next time. Tell me what you think of the game in the comments. Whether you agree it's awesome or you think there are better Borderlands games or... Yeah, whatever. Tell me what you think. Bye bye.